Welcome to the Orchid, my best solo duo base so far. With 2 disconnectable TCs, multiple spawn points, mini garage and loot spreading, this is a great base for defending online and offline raids. Want to see more? Let's get into the tour. Let's start off with the boring bit of one of 2 external TCs. Both external TCs are the same and they're the same cost. The base is totally symmetrical, so if there's something on one side, there's something on the other, except for entrances into the base. As you can see, you've got a bed, locker, tool cupboard. I'll show you the full cost at the end of the tour. Coming into the gatehouse, you've got a very simple gatehouse, no Trico peaks or anything like that. You don't need them on this base, and I'll show you why in a minute. The compound is very, very small. It only takes 8 wooden walls to compound it. And here you've got 2 auto turrets at the top, some Dropbox storage and another auto turret looking outwards. It's probably a bit of an overkill, but it is a tour base, so I try and max it out as much as possible. So you can have a little mini garden there, and you come into your mini shell and you can have another mini garden if you like. This is also covered by an auto turret and some breach beaks. You've all seen breach beaks before, so I won't spend too long on that. So if you go around to the other side, and it's just exactly the same at the back, so I won't show you all that. You can see your auto turrets and Dropbox storage. We'll go into one of 2 entrances, and you can see I've left most of the garage doors open in this base just to get through the tour quicker for you, so you're not sat there watching me opening garage doors all the time. Okay, here we've got some sunken loot and some more sunken loot. And we open this door here, and this is where you're going to defend your mini shell from. There's one of these at the front and one of these at the back. There you can see down to your entrance, and here you can see down to your entrance. But these aren't for shooting down. The best way to use these is to use grenades. Either throw it over the low wall, or if they get into your entrance from your breach peak, throw it there. And the best things about these are, hold on, there's a bed here, spawn point and a locker right behind it. Well, the best things about these peaks are these at the top of them, because these look out into your compound, and they're very hard to see through if you're standing here, and you can just throw grenades into your compound. Now if you stand here, they literally can't see you. You're literally invincible, and you can throw grenades down there all day long and nobody can kill you. And open this door up, and you've got a little terrace area, because I'm quite posh, even though I sound very working class. And yeah, that's just in case you want to do a bit of roof camping. Why not? So we'll jump up onto our spawn point area. You've got 4 box of loot room. You've got your lockers for your 2 bedrooms back and front. And I'll just come down here, and this like loops back round, so you can see how it loops around to each other. And behind this back garage door is exactly the same as what we've just seen at the front. So we'll jump back up here, and then up here, there's your repair bench. I'm not sure that's the best place for it, but you know, you do you. Probably best to have it where the sunken loot is, actually, in one of those. Here you've got some just window peaks. More window peaks. You've got 4 window peaks, obviously. Again, symmetrical. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this tour. And I'll show you the wide gaps now. I'll get my words out. So here's your wide gaps on one side. You've all seen wide gaps before. They're very, very good peaks, and these are also very good peaks as well. These are just raised ramp peaks. And I'll show you this one very, very quickly. Obviously there's a box under there as well you can put. Or your roof defending gear, not roof camping gear, roof defense gear. And just very quickly, I'll show you the opposite side. There you go, it's the same. Yeah, I spent far too long there, my apologies. Right, let's now get on to the roof. Again, you've got peaks there that I didn't really look at. Okay, we'll come in here. You've got 2 more boxes above there. And what I'll do first, I'll show you the bedroom first. Yes, there's 3 beds, but symmetry. Just looks better. But obviously, you know, you only need 2 there if you're playing as a duo. Okay, so we'll come out onto our shooting floor on the roof, and they have these great little peaks down here. And the roof ramps protect you from people shooting at you further afield. And you have 4 of these, 2 facing the front, 2 facing the back. These are really, really handy peaks dealing with a online raid. And then obviously your wide gaps at the top as well. So we'll jump up here, and you've seen all these peaks before. These are for shooting further afield. And these, you can't shoot through double chain link fence, so when someone shoots at you, when they reload, you open the door and you can shoot back and kill them. You've got an auto turret looking back into the roof. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's your wind turbine, and I'll just jump over here because it's quicker. So you can see you've got full access around your roof, and you've got exactly the same on the opposite side. Okay, up here very quickly, we've got a mini garage with a bit of storage as well. I've built that weird bit into it because sometimes you can have the mini, you put the mini in, it goes on top of the lad hatch, and you can't get up the lad hatch because it's stuck. So I built a bit of extra room into it. So now we'll come back down into the base, through all the garage doors, through the spawn area, and we'll open up the door to your core. You've got a small battery, a furnace for a jump up, a large battery because you will need 2 batteries if you have all the auto turrets, and you have a very, very basic core, your tier 3 core storage. Open up your armoured door, and behind the vending machine is your TC, and here's your upkeep, and I'll put the total cost of all 3 TCs combined on right now. Right, let's get building it. Just want to say a quick thanks to my channel members, Goosey, Bank, Rascal, Chris and Charisma K. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, even though this is a circle base, we're going to start off with a triangle of triangles for our starter base. So that's 3 triangles and a triangle in front. The reason we're going to do this is because one of these triangles is going to be the honeycomb, but we need the room to get the vending machine bunker in. I will explain. Probably not very well, but I will explain. So when we put the TC down, we put a single door frame and put the TC to the right hand side and far forward as possible. Then delete the single wall. The single door. We delete the single door because we want to get to the back wall to upgrade it later. And of course, if you upgrade it, you won't be able to get to the back wall. That's your starter base. That there is your honeycomb, or will be honeycomb in the future. So we come down to the front and we go off with another 3 triangles. And we wall all this in and upgrade. And pop in some door frames and some doors to keep us safe. And then have a jump up above that with a half wall and a shelf. Okay, I'm now going to go and upgrade everything to its final materials. So as you can see, everything's HQM except for that there, because that is going to be your honeycomb. So what we'll do now, we'll pop the bunker in now. Obviously it can be done at any time, and it's that wall there that needs upgrading before you put the bunker in. So we put the single door frame back in once that's upgraded, and we just put the bunker, put the vending machine in as far forward as it will go, and make sure it's straight, like so. So that's perfect. So now you'll be able to get to the tool cupboard, no problem at all, and then you pop a door on. Okay, once that's done, you want to put a half wall and a shelf, upgrade the shelf, and then this now can be honeycomb, and you can wall it off and HQM it up. Once that's done, we can have another double door there now. We don't put a double door frame there before because otherwise we can't build a shelf. If you do that, then build a shelf from the outside, like you're building a shelf for a TC room on a 2x1. So now we'll get on with the honeycomb. We're actually going to raise the honeycomb up one more level next to the jump up, just save us doing it later, and upgrade. Okay, the base is actually symmetrical now. Besides that one, it's raised, but it's actually symmetrical. We're going to have a square at the front. We're going to put a half wall, shelf, and go around 2 walls, delete the half wall and upgrade. And upgrade that to sheet metal. And then in here, this is where your ramp's going to go. And we do exactly the same on the opposite side. There's a lot in this video that needs to be done on the opposite side, but I'll edit the long bits out and speed things up. Again, probably not very well, but I'll do it. Okay, that ramp there is too high. Never mind. Right, so then we go to the square and we put another 2 squares at the side. And then we go around all of these and upgrade. Now this wall here will need to be sheet metal at one point. It's okay having it stone now, but it will need to be sheet metal. I'll show you why in a minute. So I will do all of this just in the normal speed. I will speed everything up after I've done this that needs to be sped up. So that's how you're looking now. I mean, you can put the first floor on if you wish first, but I'm going to go and put the externals down. So you have a triangle, a square, a triangle, 2 squares and a triangle. This is coming off your 2 triangles, as you can see just there, just below my feet. And delete back. Then we come back in a half moon, and then have 2 squares at the end. And then we can delete all of this and upgrade this to sheet metal. In front we have a square, 2 triangles at the side, and this is your gatehouse. Now you can have a single door here if you prefer, or a double door, it's up to you. If you're a solo, have a single door. If you're a duo, have a double door. Okay, and then we go above it with half walls. This is creating your, where you put your auto turrets and your Dropbox storage. So just there will be Dropbox storage and the auto turrets on the left and right. So now we'll look at it from inside the base, it's a bit easier. And we start off with a triangle, not a square like I've got there. A triangle in a half moon, then 2 squares. On the second square we go around with triangles and we upgrade. We go around this with walls, and here we have a half wall and a half wall. You have the half wall and a half wall to create the stability needed to be able to break connection to your external TC. I'll show you how to disconnect it. I'm sure most people know how to disconnect it and stuff, but you never know. So we pop a tool cupboard in here, stick a window on it, and then here this is where your locker will go and your bed right in front of you. So we stick a lid on this, have these as stone and the back one as sheet metal if you can afford it. And then we just follow the pattern below us. So where there's a triangle, we put a triangle frame, and where, oh no, not like that we don't. Where there's a triangle, we put a triangle frame, and where there's a square, we put a square frame. Upgrade these to sheet metal. And that's your external done. And to break the external, just put a roof piece there, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one off camera. And that's how you should be looking now. So we come up to the base and we're going to put our first floor on basically. I'll give you a bird's eye view of this in a second. we're just spamming double doors down, or double door frames. And here, this is where electric furnaces go, or where I put the electric furnaces. When you do that, make sure it is a sheet metal shelf, otherwise it doesn't act as proper honeycomb. Okay, look at the front of the base now. You want the 2 walls, half wall and a shelf. And then a double door frame on the outside. So we have 4 triangles, followed by 3 triangles. Upgrade these 3 to stone, and upgrade these 2 to sheet metal, and then you can delete the 3 in the middle. And then you go around with 3 half walls, 3 windows, and upgrade with a shelf for an auto turret. Stick your roof pieces on, and your embrasures. It's up to you which embrasures you use for this, it really doesn't matter. So you have a door frame here and a door frame here, and now you can see why we have sheet metal on them sides, otherwise it can be soft-sided. We pop a door on each side, and then we stick a lid on this. And then we'll put a, I want to say ceiling, floor, one of the two, with 2 half walls, 2 low walls, yeah, don't put half walls there. And then 2 frames each side. So it will look like this. So that's how it looked from above. And that's how it looked from underneath. Okay, we're going to put 3 triangle pieces on the top. Now do this part in this order, because if you put your crisscrossy roofs on first, then you're not going to be able to get them walls down. And by crisscrossy roofs, I mean this. So it doesn't matter what order you do it, as long as these crisscrossy roofs go last. I don't even know if crisscross is a word, but yeah, you know what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean, but I do. Just about. So you have a door and a window. This is creating your little gatehouse that's on top. Your little roof camping area. And we have 2 half walls and a full wall. And have the full wall with the hard side facing outwards. And stick a lid on it. So now we're going to create another jump up. It's like we did before, half wall, shelf. Now I'm going to put a lid on this side. When we mirror it on the other side, we're not going to put a ceiling piece on the top there, because the opposite side is going to be jump up to the next floor. It forces raiders to go from one side all the way to the other, or have to blow through sheet metal. So we've sealed this side off, we're not going to seal the other side off. So we go around here, we go around all of these with wall pieces with a double door frame in the middle. Now if you want some more storage, some more space, you can have half walls with a shelf on in the honeycomb on the left hand side. On the right hand side, depends the way you're looking at it, right or left, we're going to have a 4 box loot room anyway. Or if you want to have your batteries up here, or you know, or something different, you can. You can create more space, basically. So now we're just creating our 4-box loot room. Actually, I don't want double windows there. I want one with a wall, one with a window. And obviously put your boxes in before you wall this off. And then we're going to spam double doors down. Double door frames to put our garage doors in. You can see this base is, you're pretty safe with this base all the way through. There's no time where you're like really vulnerable. So now we're going to go down and we're going to put our compound. It's very easy. Always start off with the triangle side, never with the door. So the door side goes on second and you put your walls down like that. And I will put these, not them, I'll put these half walls on now. These are just to give you a bit of cover in any fight. And these have 3 metal barricades on rather than the other part which has 2. So I'll just do one of these very quickly and I'll edit out the rest of the compound. Bring that far forward as possible. So that's what it'll look like when it's all upgraded, all your compound and your metal barricades. And then we come to these 2 squares. And now we're going to do a lot of double door frames here. So on the sides there, you can see we've got 2 double door frames. And that's coming off that wall that I said needs to be sheet metal. So you can see how important it is for that wall to be sheet metal. I'll just speed this up so you're not going to watch me upgrade everything slow speed, and I'll do the other side off camera. It's exactly the same as you'd imagine. Wow, I'm timed 2 speed, I'm still slow. I know builders are good build that fast normally. So if you want your third auto turret looking outwards, pop 2 triangles there. But more importantly, we'll create the wide gaps just with 2 triangles at the top. We're going to go around these 4 with windows. Yeah, make sure the soft side's facing inwards. And then have a square frame. This is just creating your window peaks. So coming to where we had these frames just built up, we want 2 windows on top of a square piece, a half wall and a square frame. Upgrade, have the hard side facing outwards and upgrade these. Pop your ramp in and upgrade that to sheet metal with a low wall. And that ramp isn't raised, I've only just realised. That ramp needs to be raised. I've messed that up. I do it right on the rest of them, but I've speeded the rest of them up. Yeah, so that ramp was too low that I just put there. It needs to be raised up. Oh my god, I've done the same mistake on every one of them. Okay, my apologies. Just make sure the ramp's raised. It's the pressure of recording it. Oh, there you go. I did it right once. Well done, me. Now I'm going to have a window and a double door frame. And a window and a double door frame. And around this side you want 3 half walls and 3 windows, because you want this elevated for you jump up to your next level. Now, how you have this in here, this part is entirely up to you. How you want your shooting floor. Do you want it crammed full of garage doors? Do you want hardly any doors for mobility? That is entirely up to you. It doesn't affect the base whatsoever. So you can spam garage doors, or you can have it like I've just put it there. I did a medium thing in the intro, or the tour, sorry. I did it like half and half. But it makes no difference to the build, and that's completely down to your discretion or how much materials you have. So we're sticking a lid on these now. These will actually, I upgrade these to stone, but they will need to be sheet metal. I do upgrade it in a minute. And we'll stick a lid on this side. And then we go around here with single doors. And then we want roof pieces going up to the single doors. So we put walls around here. I don't know why it's given me a line of sight there. It let me put one down but not the other. No idea. So probably put them walls down before you put these roof pieces on. Strange how it let me do one side and not the other. No idea. It's rust. It's broken. Okay, this is your bedroom. Or whatever you want it to be. I'm going to have a double door frame and a window and a window. I'm going to have a single door on here and then have a half walls at the back, and put your boxes in before you put a lid on that, otherwise you won't be able to get your boxes in. So there you want a triangle frame, because you're going to have a ladder hatch there, and that ladder hatch is going to go up to your mini garage. If you don't want a mini garage, you don't have to have a ladder hatch there. And it's better to have double doors up here because it's better for mobility. So I'll just make you dizzy by going around the base just so you can have a quick look at it. And we're going to go to these two squares at the side. And there you go, look, I've upgraded them to what I said earlier on that should have been sheet metal. So we have a window on one side, half wall, and then a window on top. So window, half wall, window, and upgrade. And in the middle we're going to have a triangle frame, upgrade, and have 3 double door frames. And once you've done that, you can have your roof pieces. Make sure one's sheet metal and one's stone, otherwise they'll join together. And that there's where your auto turret's going to go. You have a half wall, we make it out of sheet metal. Now I don't think you can have it too high. I think, yeah, you can only get these because of stability. You can only have these one high. There's probably a way to make it high if you're really desperate to, but there is no reason. Okay, I'll go and do the other side off camera. And now what we're going to wall in this, the two walls, not the back wall, and then put a roof piece on it. And then wall all around this, with a double door at the front. Now you have plenty of stability on that single square. If you're not comfortable landing a Mini on a single square, you can build out from it. There's plenty of stability there. Obviously not a lot of stability here, but there is where you need to land a Mini. And then we just go around this with triangle roof pieces. And once you've done that, that's your base done. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you next time.